Dads matter.
I'm Carl, I'm 18, and this is Frankie, and he's 3 months old. So, he was 12 weeks on Tuesday, so...
Were you planning to start a family when your partner became pregnant?
Not that early on, no, because I was kind of trying to get my life sorted out, and then everything happened, and everything has just unfolded and how it has.
So how did you feel when you learnt that she was, and has it affected your relationship in any way?
It was kind of a bit of a shock at first, but I mean, after about a month or two, I just got used to the idea. So it was kind of the way she told me as well. It took me back. So, but it's glad now, really. So it didn't really change it much. I mean, there was a few problems like later on towards like kind of everything kind of get towards the birth, everything getting a bit stressed out. But I mean, it just works itself out, really. So.
What was it like being at the birth?
It was kind of really fast because they gave Katie the hormone drip and everything just went within 2.5 hours. So it was just kind of screaming, shouting, baby crying, hold the baby, stop crying. So it was just that, really. But it was really amazing when he came out. He kind of peed on the midwife as well. So.
What's it been like becoming a dad?
It's really great. I mean, it's fun when you get in and out from work, and he'll just like kind of sit there and just stare at you until you like hold him, and they'll get bored of you and want to go to Katie. So.
Are there any times that you've wished the pregnancy hadn't happened?
None at all, really. I mean, if we're out somewhere, I just kind of think, what would we be doing now without the baby? But I'd rather have the baby and be where we are now than kind of not have the baby and be somewhere else.
Impressive.
I think we're going to need to change him halfway through.
So is being a parent what you'd expected?
No, it's really a lot easier because like Katie's helping out quite a lot when I'm at work, but when I get in, it's just kind of... I get the fun side of it more than anything. I just get to sit and play with him, and then he gets bored, so then Katie takes him.
What sort of family support have you had?
It's been really good. I mean, Katie's parents have helped out quite a lot. Katie's grandparents, my parents. I mean, everyone's just been helping out really quite a lot. I mean, have we got a bib or anything?
Has it caused any conflicts at all?
None at all, really. Well, not that I know of. So. There might have been, but it just might have been in the background.
What's been the best bit of being a dad, and why?
Really, most of it has. Cause, I mean, at first, when he was like newborn and changing the nappies and that was kind of off-putting. But as he's got a bit older and he started to like move his head around, use his hands, realise that he can do stuff. I mean, it's just getting fun watching him play with his toys and that, because he just kind of just hits them and stares. So I mean, later on, it is getting quite fun when he can like realise his hands and his feet and his head. So.
What's been the most difficult part of being a dad, and why?
Really, it's just balancing between work and baby, because like trying to go to work to get money, but then trying to spend time with baby at the same time, and then trying to realise that baby has bottles and when he goes to bed, and conflicts with my work quite a lot. But.
Now you know what it's like. Is there anything you would do differently?
The only thing I'd really do differently is take longer off after the birth, because I only had really a week off. I mean, I would have liked to take longer off just to spend time with the baby and Katie, but because of work.
Any hopes or plans for the future?
Well, really, we're just looking we're moving out soon, so we're just trying to get that sorted, and then just trying to get a house and that sorted out, really. Just trying to get sorted for baby when he grows up.
Has housing been an issue?
It was an issue up until about a month ago, because it was just kind of try with the council, they weren't putting us anywhere. If we were going to go with the council, we had to get made homeless. So in the end we decided to go for private renting, and everything sorted itself out from there, really.
And have you been affected by benefits or money issues?
Not really as such. I mean, Katie's been sorting that out mainly. I've just been going to work and sorting out that side of it, and Katie's been sorting out everything else. But I mean, there we go.
What's the effect on your relationship been of having a baby?
It's kind of good and bad, but I mean, overall it's worked out better, because kind of we realised, look, there's a baby there, and it's about him more than it is us. Whereas before it's kind of go out, spend the money, wait till the next payday, get that, spend the money again. But now it's kind of working together to kind of sort stuff out for the baby. So it's kind of helping us out that way.
What advice, if any, would you give to a young couple starting a sexual relationship?
Really, the kind of same advice I kind of said to myself is that unless you're absolutely ready for it, and both of you, there's really, because I mean, it's unfair on having a child if that you're not right in the circumstances. You haven't got a house, and the money's not there, because then it's going to be unfair on the baby more than anything. So I mean, just unless you want to have a baby and you're ready for it, don't. So.
You're in the middle of the young dad's course, so how have you found that that's helped you?
Really, the first couple modules helped out a lot, but the only problem with them is, because I started the course after the baby, it's kind of going through the stuff, preparing for the birth, after the birth. But I mean, I was still doing the modules and finding stuff out that I didn't know about the stuff.
How has it affected your plans for the future, having a baby?
My plans for the future were kind of stopped before baby was born, but I mean, it hasn't really affected my work, as in kind of how I'm doing at work. So it really, I mean, the only things that it's actually changed, really just trying to buy a nice sized house, really, rather than just a small flat somewhere just enough for me and Katie. So this is nothing really.
To what extent do you let other people's opinions affect you?
I don't really. I mean, the only things that really the opinions that I actually listen to are the ones about the baby. If someone says you should try doing this, I'll kind of think maybe. But I mean, everyone's been giving us advice and that, and it's just kind of like mine and Katie's parents, or the health visitors we're listening to, not the grandparents, because some of the stuff our grandparents had told us they did, we just kind of think, hang on a second. So. I mean, putting kind of rusks in milk, kind of rub brandy on the teeth, honey in the dummies, just stuff like that. You kind of like, no, you don't do that.
Has having a baby affected your relationships with friends at all?
I moved after I finished school, so I kind of stopped seeing most of my friends there and like met my friends through work, and that hasn't really affected anything. But I mean, through Katie, because where Katie worked, there was a couple of girls that got pregnant there at the same time, and I've kind of become friends with their partners and like neighbours and stuff. So I mean, it is really helping us as well, because Katie's had her baby, one of her friends had it on New Year's Day, and then another one of her friends is due in March, as well as my cousin. So it's all kind of, Katie's got company for baby, as it were. Well.